Hi guys, so welcome back to another video. It's your girl forex and I'm back again with another video. And I know some of you will be like, oh, no vlogs this week. Yes, with the situation surrounding my phone, I'm not able to create any vlog this week. This particular video I'm making, I believe that it's going to be a life-changing video for you if you're going to stick around to the end of this video. So my name is Mira Forex and I'm documenting my real honest journey here on YouTube on how I'm navigating how to trade and becoming a consistent profitable trader. Yeah, previous week was a profitable week and this week as well was a profitable week as well. So I'm going to go over the trades here on my GoFunded dashboard, and then later on we'll go to my Notion to do all the trade breakdown on how they look. That's my strategy, my step-by-step guide on how I actually, and while we're going through the trade, I could actually tell you guys some of the reflection I did during the week, because what I'm actually trying to share in this space is more like things that you might not actually see out there in other people's trading. Maybe they have already made it out there and there's some things you might be missing. So the main reason for me creating this type of video is, number one, something you could relate to and know that so you don't feel like you're being cursed, or something you could relate to and know that every phase you find yourself is the phase you're supposed to be in, and also maybe to throw in more light on some things that changed for me so you could work towards using those things that work for me. So one thing again I want to emphasize on is the importance of having a guidance, somebody is showing you what is working. Because what am I saying there? You have to have someone you could ask questions, so you don't assume, because in trading you can't make money with assumption. It's going to work for you for the first time, but over the long run it doesn't have longevity. Okay, that's one thing that so somebody you could ask questions and be like, oh, is this supposed to be a market structure shift? So the person tells you, so you don't keep on repeating the mistake. And one thing again, I think we have this tendency of being like, oh, we know what we're doing, it's just that the journey is hard. You might actually be clothing this journey with the journey is hard. That's why you're, without you knowing that you don't actually know what you're doing, to be honest. Yeah, I know why I'm saying that. And one thing is that everybody has a point whereby in their trading they'll be like, market structure is key. But one thing I also want to let you all know is that market structure is key is something you're hearing. You've not actually have a relatability with, oh, this is why market structure is key. But it's a sentence that sounds so nice and makes sense until you get to experience it. And finally, I can say I've gotten to experience it. And while we go through the trades, I'm going to explain to you all. So presently, last week, I don't know why GoFunded traders, the dashboard is like this, whereby the trade I took on Monday, my first trade of the week, was a win. Then on 23rd, I had this double, and you have to be able to trust yourself. What you're not changing, you're choosing. Okay, so the thing is that when we go through those trades, I will still explain. I just want you guys to take notes of this $8 2 trade. I want you guys to take notes of this. And then this 24th trade, that's where I took 2 trades. That's consecutive 2 losses on a particular day. And then on the 25th, I took a trade that I let 1:3. So I'm going to take you guys along. So these 2 wins were just basically last week, and then these 2 wins again was just this week we just currently closed up from. And this 24th trade was even supposed to be a win, but let me show you guys all the things that could affect your P&L. My account was almost like at the point of losing it, but we've actually brought it back up and we're slowly doing it. So it's just basically what we've been trying. So it's actually a $15,000 account, and presently I want you guys to look at the trade while I'm explaining it. So at the beginning of the week, I know you guys will notice that UC has become one of my favorite pairs. So coming into the week, we came into the week with the momentum, marking out market structure. And why I want to say market structure is key is if it should get to a point whereby you start doubting, oh, why this is a break of structure, hey, but this one, did you retain? That means price has changed in trade. Once you notice that thing while you're marking your market structure, just know that that's no brainer. Don't even do anything in that market structure again, because at the end of the day, once that doubt has crept in and you trade with assumption of, okay, maybe it will work out, it might work out the first time, but like I said, it will not have longevity. Why I say that is that we are reactors. Okay, we don't expect from the market, we react to what the market is doing, because at a point whereby we start expecting, that's the easy way we get disappointed. Okay, so that's why I was like, okay, you have to be able to know that once there's any slightest doubts. That's why I wrote it there. So market structure is key and should be followed mechanically as been taught. No discretion at all. At any point where uncertainty comes in, it invalidates your action. Like everything you want to do on that time frame, don't even near that place again. So basically here on USDCAD, this was the first trade we took. So it was a buy. So we are looking for a buy to maybe later sell if you see the criteria up there. So eventually this was where the buy took off. So that was the first win you guys saw in my account. And after the whole price went up, we waited again to see what price did. So when price did go above to break internal structure, I found out okay, like it has invalidated the sell bias we have, because internal structure has come down and this fractal structure bullish has stopped this bearish structure down. So that's why I say market structure is key. When you get to learn market structure in a way I'm being taught market structure now, like you will see a lot of things that will change up in your trading. Okay, I was now positioning here for a buy. So while I was positioning there on Tuesday, I don't want to go into all the higher time frame. On Tuesday, as you can see, when price came back down, price didn't tag me in on that first position you just saw I just did. This is where you have to be able to learn mastery of self. Okay, I started knowing that some things I've started, like it was after reviewing, I started knowing that I was really starting to get triggered. I was now forgetting to pay attention to market structure. I was only worried by why did this trade tag me in, why didn't this trade tag me in. And this is where you have to understand that this market is built to trigger greed, to trigger FOMO, like to trigger you into like raising up your emotions for you to tend to now start making decisions immediately. So something else you have to understand is when you're trading, it might take time for your trade to even form. Okay, so why do I say that? So that $8 I was telling you guys about was eventually when price came down here with this leg again and shifted up, I was so agitated. When price now came down here again, I was entering the trade or like, no, this is wrong, I'll exit it again. Like that was what I kept on doing. The price eventually came down. I still didn't trust it again because there was already a lot of emotions going up in the trade and everything. But before that happened, on Wednesday I was like, okay, due to I've been making a lot of decisions, okay, let's say if we see a change of character in that POI where we wanted to buy again, we're going to do what? We're going to buy. Only for me to come back into the chart and see how price skyrocketed up from the initial place we wanted to buy. As you guys can see, price just went up for 1:2. I was like so mad at myself because I couldn't read any price action here for a change of character. It was just all corrective and just bullish correctiveness moving to the upside. So with the whole emotion, I failed to look at my market structure, knowing that since this high, this low right here failed to do its job and failed to take out this higher high, and price came down here to break this structure, that means it is making this low weak. So anything that is going up here inside the supply zone is to continue this internal structure that it has broken bearish, and then for price to continue down. I didn't look at it. So the loss you guys now saw me took, which was 2 loss that day, was that same day after I saw this go up. I was like, I must capitalize on this trade that I've been waiting for days. I'm telling you guys, I must capitalize on this. So I now took this. Oh, this is fractal structure change of character. But the fractal structure change of character was actually to facilitate the pullback going back to this range that broke bearish structure, and not to break structure to go take a dive. So that's where you have to be able to manage your expectations, okay, knowing that oh, this is a swing low, but you have to watch market structure to know where market structure is going to and which one market structure is facilitating the other market structure. So I was like, I need to take the buy, and that we are going up to go and take weak high. So eventually that was how I took a loss. As you guys can see, I didn't actually journal that because it was a decision I made immediately at that point. Okay, so you guys can see that's how I took that first loss on USDCAD second trade. So if you guys can see, if I manage my emotions very well, it would have been 2 wins already on my account, and then I would have gone over to the next trade, which is GU. So GU was now the trade I took on that same day that you saw that I took 2 losses, that $98, whereby everything aligned, old demand. So I'm so sorry guys for the glitch. The GU was more like everything aligned, higher time frame was aligning, 1 hour was aligning, and we are just looking, that's old demand, 1 hour internal break of structure. We're looking to take a buy to EQ or to the extreme supply. Okay, so basically, but as you can see here, we have where I saw the whole trade, and I saw where the criteria met the other block and the fair value gap. Then my stop loss is below the low. So going into the trade, so this is where things got messed up. So after I entered the trade, seeing all this candle, I started making things in my head, and I felt like, oh, this candle was printing perfectly to continue to the downside. I went and threw my stop loss here, and price came to tag me out. And do you know the funniest thing? I entered this trade on both of my accounts. I still left my stop loss in the FTMO account here, and I traded stop loss in the Go Funded, whereby you saw price now came, tagged me out, and went up. So, but that's why I went on to say that candle perfect print is a myth. Don't trade everything because you feel you can read price action, next direction. That's assumption, and we don't want to be trading with data that is not backed up with proof. Okay, so the thing is that I didn't actually trust in what I'm doing, and that made me start trading stop loss without allowing should I say the candle to print, and like allow market to do what it wants to do. Okay, and do not start making assumption because you feel like you can read price action and you know where next price action direction is going to do. If everything aligns with your plan, just allow it be. Okay, that's one thing I learned, and this comes with not watching your traders. This thing I also saw, you say that the fastest way to make yourself feel worse is to watch your trade going up and down. I don't know how people who do that actually do it. Like, I give it to them. In GJ, this week was very like nice, but GJ really was not good to us in terms of giving us everything we wanted to take. So in GJ right here, we saw this buy, so wanted to continue this buy to this supply here, and also now take a sell. But eventually, as the buy didn't happen, we already in another trade, so we didn't look to now take the sell, this sell like you see here. Then on Tuesday, when we came back, you now see on Tuesday the sell actually happened. On Tuesday, after the whole sale, as you guys can see, that sale we're looking for this buy to happen, for that sale to happen. So we're already in the trade, so we didn't look, but before we came out, we just saw that the whole sale has happened. That's this sale that you guys saw. This sale is the leg that did the sale. Full page. So this is the leg that did the sale. So after we saw a change of character, bullish break of structure, we set our entry to continue the buy up. And funny enough, this is what price did to us. To be, oh, I'm coming down, and then price just skyrocketed up. So this can be frustrating, but a trade that doesn't tag you in is not actually your setup. So yeah, it's another person's setup, and that's it. So later on within the week, we saw more opportunity, everything aligned, old demand, internal structure, change of character, and internal structure, eyeballs, continuation of the trade. We saw a break of structure to the downside, other block, fair value gap, and then this trade right here. There were trades in USD, Euro, Yen, but we didn't actually take it. It was just a correlation of what is happening here. So I don't want to prolong the video to go further and further and further. So all the things I wrote out is what you're not changing, you're choosing. So if you don't like it, you have to change it. I didn't stay true trades. So emphasis on the didn't, because now I believe and I know that it's going to be a past tense from now on, because yesterday there was this community of guys. So one of my friends was like, you have to be careful of your words, because you can't have victory if your words doesn't align with what you're actually working towards, and what you feed yourself matters. So you have to be able to watch the words you say to yourself. You have to change your if to when, okay? Because if is more like you don't believe and you're just hoping on luck to be the factor that will do it for you. But if you believe in yourself and know you can do it, then we're using when. That's you're anticipating when it's going to happen. Again, something else I want to emphasize on is the fact of having a guidance so when you can ask a question, because all losses are, yes, part of business, but you have to be able to know that, oh, this loss I took is a good loss. Not be like, oh, losses are part of business and you're repeating the same thing. Losses are part of business. Losses can't be part of business if you don't know the reason why you took the losses. Because after going back reading like my notion, and I was able to now review the trade with my tutor, can't you say that that thing is an internal break of structure? It didn't take that high. So that's why you can be like, oh, this is a very bad loss because it's not part of your plan. And as you guys can see, the two losses I took is not even journaled in my platform. So it was just an instant decision I made.
So going forward is just something I wanted to share with you all. I know I used to be someone that used to be like, oh, you can learn everything online. But yes, you can learn things, a lot of material, but that emphasis on someone you can ask questions, so you don't just assume. Because in trading, I don't feel like you can actually make money with assumptions. It can work, so it will just be something that you're dabbling, is working today, is not working tomorrow. So like all those things, even that market structure thing I talked about, whereby it's key. If you start having slightest doubts of why this thing is a break of structure or why this thing has shifted trend, like don't even take action there. And lastly again is, if you start doing all those things without having you being corrected, the hopping or inconsistency doesn't have to be if you trade SMC today, you trade ICT. No, it even comes with you, whereby you're in the chart, like your setup and the trades you take, like they don't have to be the same, okay, but there should be similarities, okay, but not entirely different, whereby so you know the direction of where next the market is going to go to, then you're taking it again for you to, like, no, that's so much inconsistency, because you're not doing the same thing over and over again. And once you're having that overconfidence, oh, market is going to go to, you're building the habit of taking trades that doesn't align with your plan, because you feel like you know where the market is going to go next, and that's a lot of inconsistency coming in between, okay. Even though you know where the market is going to go next, that's the point of you knowing that you're becoming a professional trader. You even let those moves slide because they are not in your plan, because sometimes those moves again will work, sometimes it will not work, and you're affecting the process of what you're actually doing, like going back and forth and everything. I think that's something I'm learning, and I just wanted to share with you all so you guys can look into it as well. Everything also comes with patience. It boils down to patience and having the right mindset. It's not easy, but that's why I keep sharing this journey, so you guys can see how things are going, and you guys can, like, something I want to be all hyper active about and everything, but I know I actually made the best decision in actually going for the mentorship I went for. Like, sometimes I felt like I knew, and we have this tendency of hiding between, we know what we are doing, trading is just hard. Trading might naturally be hard, yes, but when you don't know what you're doing and you're covering it up, it's just that the journey is just hard. You spend a lot of years doing those things. We don't go with the knowledge of what I had back then, whereby you feel like, oh, you could learn everything online, the materials are online. Just invest in yourself, take pride and time in what you're doing, and you will see a lot of changes. And that's what I just wanted to put out here. So you do well to like, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more videos. This video self, why they make self, my camera, I can't even see my face very well in it, but I just wanted to put it out there, because every day, every time, each video has somebody is touching, and each video has somebody is changing their lives. And remember what I told you, the words you say to yourself have so much impact, okay, so you have to be very, very conscious of them. And yeah, thank you guys, so peace.